Give me 10 minutes and I'm going to take your brain on a small detour. I'll turn an egg into high art, perfume into palace politics, and a pop song into a full contact sport. Hey, welcome back. I'm Andrew and this is Nibble on. 3 quick stories, 3 hard pivots, and 3 moments where you'll go, wait, seriously? An egg sits in your fridge like it has 0 ambitions, and then you walk into a museum and realize people have been treating it like a canvas, a sculpture, and a technical challenge for centuries, which is impressive considering most of us struggle to boil one correctly. In Ukrainian tradition, pisanki carry meaning the way a flag carries meaning. The patterns work as a visual language. Symbols for protection, life, and fertility, plus color choices that signaled intent. The technique is part of why they feel so deliberate. Artists use a wax-resist technique where wax lays down the fine lines and symbols, blocks dye from touching the shell, and keeps the pattern crisp as the colors build up layer by layer. It's slow work and it rewards planning. The egg's shape also made its way into luxury, and basically it's a perfect little container for suspense. In the late 1800s, the House of Fabergé turned eggs into jewel-like treasures, hiding tiny surprises inside. Today, these eggs can sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes even millions. A tiny egg, a huge surprise. On the outside, it looks perfect, but the inside delivers a whole second act. Then there's a branch of egg art that feels like a stress test for human patience. Eggshell carving. Artists drill and cut real shells into lace-like structures, miniature architecture, even portraits. The shell can be about 0.3 millimeter thick. So the work happens under magnification with extremely fine tools, steady hands, and a level of calm that deserves its own trophy. Egg tempera uses egg yolk as a binding agent for pigment, creating paint that dries fast and lasts for centuries. Botticelli's The Birth of Venus is one famous example of tempera used on canvas, which was a notable move at the time because this technique was more commonly used on wooden panels. That makes your split-screen idea even funnier. A boiled egg on one side, The Birth of Venus on the other, and suddenly the art supply feels very familiar. There is a Nibble lesson on egg tempera that shows what the egg actually does to the paint, why the color looks so clean, why it dries so fast, and why artists kept coming back to it for centuries. At Versailles, sand could do the work of a business card, a resume, and a social filler in one breath. The palace was built on swampy ground, so damp and pleasant smells were a constant part of the setting. Court life packed a lot of bodies into the same spaces for long stretches of time. Rooms stayed busy. The infrastructure of the era didn't handle waste and odor the way modern buildings do, and everyone still had to show up, look composed, and stand close enough for politics to happen. Think about getting into a small elevator when someone's wearing a very strong fragrance, and everyone suddenly discovers deep breathing as a coping skill. You don't complain, you just accept your fate for 8 floors. Perfume turned into a practical tool for nobility. In that world, scent spread like gossip, fast, contagious, and quietly deciding who felt in the moment they walked into the room. At the center of this was Louis XIV, the Song King, whose court helped set the tone for what counted as fashionable, acceptable, and correct. In that environment, personal preference didn't carry much weight. People watched the king's tastes closely because copying them was part of staying close to power. When he favored certain notes, the court shifted with him, and scent became a quiet, constant signal of belonging. The king set the scent mood, the court followed, and perfume turned into a loyalty signal you carried on your skin. K-pop performances are basically pop music meets Olympic-level cardio. And somehow the vocals still show up on time. Scroll past any big performance clip and you'll see it immediately. Synchronized choreography, camera moves that hit on the beat, and singers keeping vocals steady while the stage demands constant motion. Idols, that's what K-pop calls its trained performance, often trained for years across vocals, dance, stamina, and on-camera performance. The choreography matters so much that dance practice videos became a genre of their own, and people learn the moves the way they learn a chorus. Then there's a content ecosystem. Music videos drive the first wave, live stages keep the song moving, and fan cams push it even further. Close-up videos filmed in the audience that focus on one member. The result is massive. One release can generate weeks of moments, stages, clips, fan cams, remixes, and new angles people keep sharing. K-pop today also lives in global collaborations, like Rosé teaming up with Bruno Mars, where idol training meets Western pop production. BTS made K-pop history by dominating the US charts, landing 6 different #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100, a level of consistent success rarely seen by any global artist. Blackpink made festival history by headlining Coachella in 2023. New Jeans showed how fast a fresh sound and visual identity can travel when the whole package lands at once. Then you walk into a K-pop arena and realize the crowd is a part of a show. Light sticks turn the audience into a coordinated LED ocean, and fan chants hit like built-in soundtrack. The whole room moves like one organism. That's why K-pop travels. You get the track, the performance, the visuals, and the community energy in one system. And it gives people a reason to follow an artist across multiple comebacks with new stages, new visuals, and new content each time. So that was today's triple hit. An egg that turns into a museum-grade medium, a palace where scent carried social meaning, and a music scene built on training, timing, and precision. Thanks for watching. Your brain just did cardio with Nibble. Drop a comment with the weirdest thing you learned today and follow for the next one.